able to see my workspace and 2 Sharpie markers. If you cannot see me at all, then you might need to leave and come back if you can't pin me. This video will post, like I said, tomorrow at 8 o'clock. And I'm going to move this work area away because it's got paint and I don't want it to mess up. You still can't see me. Elizabeth, can you click on my face or my name in the chat and see if you can see me there? Like if you click on my name under participants or in the chat, and then it should let you pin me. Now, while we're waiting for this, I come here and I have folded my paper. So I took my paper and I folded it in half, and then I folded it in half again, so that when I opened it up, I get 8 sections. You do not have to outline your sections like I am doing right now. Okay, I don't know why that is, Elizabeth. Do you want to try one more time to leave and come back? And if not, I think you'll be able to do this without seeing the video. I mean, the camera. Right. So I have drawn and outlined my sections here, but you don't have to do that. I only did that so that you could see it better. If you are doing this on a sketchbook, you can just draw your sections. You don't have to fold your paper. Some students, and this is one of my favorite things to draw on, are doing theirs on note cards. So if you wanted to, you could have note cards and you could draw either like 2 pictures on one or just 1 image per note card. It's entirely your choice. But you need to have 8 sections. Can I have either a thumbs up in your camera, or can you show me in the chat that you can see my image? I just want to make sure that y'all can see me. You can raise your hands too if you can see me. Okay, good. Good, 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 good. And for those of you that came in a little late, remember your avatar picture that you have, instead of like your initials, having a little different avatar there gives you extra credit. So I like to see the images that y'all choose. I like to see what you pick for your own little personal thing. Mine is a bunch of different paint bottles. It's your choice, but I always like to see what you make. Now, today's assignment is called Automatic Drawings. And I'm going to show you some examples that I've done. These will be timed drawings. And the reason that we're doing these is to get you used to drawing again, to get you back into that creative flow. Some of you have been creating art since March, and I've really enjoyed those pictures. Those of you that have been sending me your images of your artwork and that have been sharing that, I love seeing them. Some of you haven't drawn anything since you left my classroom in March, or some of you haven't drawn anything since the end of June. So this is getting us back into that creative process, getting us thinking about how to create again. And we're going to do that with an automatic drawing. Now, an automatic drawing is when you draw automatically. You just draw what the first thing that comes to your mind. For me, that's always been lines and shapes and making these bold areas. For some students, that has been words or little pictures or images. Okay, there's no wrong answer to this. Most students kind of get stuck because they think about it too much. I don't want for you to overthink, like I'm going to draw a line here. I want this to look like this. What I want for you to do is just to automatically draw. Now I'm going to do one so that you can see what I'm creating. And I'm going to set my timer. I'm going to only give myself like 30 seconds. I'm going to give y'all more like a minute because that's what the other classes have recommended. And then, or because I started them off with 30 seconds and they liked 1 minute long better. So you don't do this yet, but I've started my time. And what I'm doing is I'm just making those marks. And I'm thinking, okay, maybe I want to do a curved image here. Maybe I want to do this here. I know that my marker is a very large Sharpie, so it allows me to color in large sections and do bold lines, but it also, if I do it this way, I can have thinner lines like this. And remember, there's no wrong answer. So I'm just making these marks, and my 30 seconds is over. Then I will tell you stop, switch, and you'll go to the next one, okay? Can I have either a thumbs up in the camera or a hands up or in the chat to let me know y'all understand this and you're ready to go? Good. Thank you. Okay. Good. All right. I see that most of y'all are ready to go. So we're going to get started. Your first minute for you to draw starts now. So begin. If you were able to access this assignment beforehand, yay for you. And you've done it, it won't hurt to just do a couple more. And again, there's no wrong answer. If that's a word and that comes up, you can do that. If that's patterns, whatever shows up. I will try not to talk the whole time, but I can't help it. I've always been a talker. I am just filling in areas to kind of get like an idea of space and to add more variety. Again, there's no wrong answer here. You're just creating. And you will have access to this tomorrow, all right? Stop, switch to your next box, and begin. It doesn't matter which order you go in. It doesn't matter if your paper is horizontal or vertical. I always switch mine. And sometimes I use the lines that I drew from the one before as kind of like an inspiration or a guide on how I want to do this one. And my images are always going to be like bold lines and patterns, but that doesn't mean that's what yours have to be. I've had people draw like entire cartoon characters in that short amount of time in each box. Okay. Again, mine are black and white, but they don't have to be. You could be doing color. I've had some students do this very successfully with a tablet, with a digital device. All right, stop, go to your next, and start. Okay. Excuse me for just a second. Millie, Marshall is eating something. Can you go see what it is, please? Thank you. So I have a very large dog, and sometimes when I'm not paying attention, he likes to eat. What is it?
It's a whole Barbie doll and half of it is eaten up.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I know. Y'all should clean it up. So I try my best not to have my family in the live sessions, but, you know, I'm in my art studio, and so is my family and my very large dog, whose favorite thing to eat is Barbie doll shoes. Who knows? He loves Barbie doll shoes. He's always eating them. Okay. So, sorry for that. I hope it didn't interrupt your creative flow. Now you'll stop and switch to the next one and begin. For this one, I'm going to switch to color. Maybe I should draw a shoe because my dog just ate one. And again, there's no wrong answer to these. It's just about the creative process and what you are making in that moment. The very first thing that comes to your mind is what you should draw. It's just to get you thinking creatively again. Okay, stop, switch, move to the next, and begin. Now, these, we will be doing something with these. So you are going to have to submit them. Yes, Ben, what's your question, sir? Oh, okay. Look, I'm glad that I'm paying attention. All right, thank you, Ben. Okay. If you're making these, don't second guess yourself. Just draw and create. Okay. And remember that we will have this class at this time every Tuesday and Thursday for the next 3 weeks. And while you might have access to this assignment, now some of you have already submitted some drawings. Thank you to those of you that have. Stop, switch to the next, and begin. The video from this class will not post until 8 o'clock the next day. So y'all, the video from what I'm making here and my examples will not post until 8 o'clock on Wednesdays or 8 o'clock on Fridays. But you should be able to see the work from other classes. Oh, I forgot to switch to the next one. I do feel like a lot of the stuff that I'm looking at looks very pumpkin fall-like. But again, I could just be projecting. Okay, stop, go to the next, and begin. Today is also National Coffee Day, so maybe that's influencing what I'm making. And again, there's no right or wrong here. For those of you that feel comfortable with your cameras on, I know some of you keep them off because you don't have a camera on the device you're using for Teams. And some of you don't like the thought of being recorded. Remember, I am not recording you. I am only recording my hand on what I am creating here. Okay, stop. Go to, you should be in your last box. Go to that and begin. But it's helpful for me if I can see your images so that when you're creating, even if you want to show me after we're done, I have students that will sometimes put an image, like put their paper over top of their face and then show me. It's really helpful if I can see what you're doing. Plus, it's very difficult for me to stare at my face and talk just to myself. Okay. Almost done with this last one that you were doing. Okay, stop. Now, I'm going to give you 1 more minute to go back and add any details or anything that you would like to your pictures. You can either pick one and add more details to that, or you can work a little bit in all of them, but I'm going to give you 1 more minute to do that. So begin. For those of you that are like, I like the way it looks, that's fine. You can use this time to pick your favorite or to do an extra one. Remember, there's no right or wrong here, other than not doing it. That would be wrong. And thank you to those of you that have turned on your cameras. That's helpful. I have like a sheet that I put down underneath my paper to cover my work area because I work outside of the lines a lot. And it kind of keeps it clean. Okay, so stop. And this is what you should have. Well, not mine, but you should have 8 different images, whether it's 8 different drawings of words or 8 different realistic images or 8 different patterns. It's whatever you created. There's no wrong answer here with this, right? You will get this assignment, remember, where you can take a picture of this and the other 2 drawings we're getting ready to do and submit them to me in Canvas.